Jack the Ringer and 6 Mile Fred were camped in a Darling Bend. Wilcannia sheds were all cut out and the shearing at an end. Nothing to do but sit and wait for the lambing time to come, with half a sheep and a bag of flour and 16 gallons of rum. Said Ringer Jack to 6 Mile Fred as he pointed with his toe, "We haven't been fishing for 7 years, I reckon we'll have a go. Sling the pack bag over here and I'll just take a look. Somewhere in this heap of junk I reckon we've got a hook." They found a hook like an anchor there among the bag's contents, hitched to a piece of 8-gauge wire that was cut from a cockey's fence. They tied it to the end of a rope they hadn't seen for years, 80-foot to green-eyed twist they used for Brandon steers. They baited the hook with a bullock's head and with one mighty sweep flung the line in a billabong where the water was green and deep. It shot out clean and true and then the bait sank out to sight, so they hitched the line to a river gum tree and waited for a bite. 4 hours they sat and yarned a bit and drank the time away, till each was primed with O.P. rum, but never a bite had they. Then all of a sudden a head came up from the depths of the water hole. "Oh, I'm the darling Bunyip, and I've come to get your souls, to chew yous up and swallow yous down and send your souls to hell, for daring to fish in a water hole where the darling Bunyip dwells." It grinned a grin that showed its fangs and swam for the muddy shores, with its feathery neck and scaly flanks and foot-long shiny claws. "Be damned to that for a lark," said Fred as he snatched the green-eyed loose and spun a loop that neatly caught the Bunyip's head in a noose. He twirled and looped a couple more and gave the rope a twitch, and the Bunyip found its neck was caught in a beautiful rolling hitch. They tied the end to a river gum tree and hauled the beast ashore. They never paid no heed at all to its most ferocious roar. They grabbed its horns and bulldogged it and laid it on its side, and by the time it roared again its feet were firmly tied. "Hand me the old trade union shears," said Ringer Jack to Fred. "I reckon there's half a bail on him if you'll only sit on his head." So 6 Mile sat on the Bunyip's head and didn't have much to say, while Ringer Jack shore his feathery neck and shouted, "Wool away!" They filed his claws with a farrier's rasp and trimmed his toenails too. They branded him with F-bar-J, though he swore till the air was blue. They cut the ends from his pointy horns with a trusty stockman's knife, then loosed the ropes that held him, and the Bunyip went for his life. Now if you camp on the Darling banks by the side of a deep lagoon, don't be surprised at an awful cry that rises to the moon. It's only a Bunyip telling his woes as he cools his poor burnt bum, and laments the time he tried to eat 2 ringers full of rum. And if you run across 6 Mile Fred or even Ringer Jack, and this might happen because they both still work around out back, they'll tell you the tale, and just to prove it's all the dinkum dope, they'll show you the shears, and if you insist, they'll even show you the rope.